How's it going, guys? Long time no see. Basically, what's been going on is I've just preferred to trade with music, and I just don't want to get copyrighted on the videos, so you know what I mean. I can't I can't trade without music sometimes, and yeah. I mean, I think I am going to today with my AirPods, but yeah, like I said, I don't think that um, trading without any music it's a little bit. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it that much. I would prefer to do with music. Helps me lock in. Today I'll go over what I'm thinking. Market came down pre-market. London session pushed into this volume dense area. Instantly got a reaction. Had this resistance here drawn up. Came in, rejected. So I was thinking, probably just chop for a little bit before, the big move is made. Um, until one of these are broken, and then something can happen. For NASDAQ, I actually started using NASDAQ instead of micro NASDAQ for charting. A little tip that I learned from somebody that I met the other day, who's a trader as well, gave me that little advice. I don't know. I haven't noticed any difference because I haven't been tracking micro and NASDAQ. Um, but I'm sure that this is obviously better considering the fact that NASDAQ is definitely more reliable than micro because I have seen a little bit of a difference in the past at some different levels. Obviously, the reason why it's like significant is more so for ICT traders, but the volume could be a little bit shifted. Um, so, you know, um, basically, I'm liking more of a short play today. I mean, I'll do whatever the market gives me. I'm not saying a short or like I'm not saying the market's more likely to go down, but if it does, I'm liking the setup a lot more because we have this volume area. So if we break through here, we obviously have sellers that are willing to exhaust these aggressive buyers, and these buyers are really aggressive. Um, I'm not expecting a huge move today, which is unfortunate because I was hoping to, full port somewhat today. I do need to get my funded at least halfway complete because I have the monthly coming up, the monthly fee on Friday. So I have 3 days, basically to um, make a good amount of profit before I'm just gonna, not renew it and just get a new one. Likely for my funded futures because I also got that advice from that guy telling me that my funded futures is a lot better, and I agree with him. Seeing, what they offer. Top Step is obviously a little bit worse when compared to my funded futures. Um, yeah, I mean, I was gonna trade 5 to 7 contracts today. I need to make at least like 1,000 by Friday. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna get that opportunity today, considering that we're looking a little bit more bullish than bearish, and the bearish setup for today is a lot better. Um, need these sellers to break here, and then I think I'm likely going to enter one contract at a time. So I'll enter one contract here, put my stop loss. Like once we break through here, I'll enter, put my stop loss right above. Market's probably going to come down to here. It's our next area of aggressive buying. I'm going to put my stop loss at break even, and then I'm going to add a contract if we break through here. same thing. If we break through here, we're probably coming down here. And I'm going to put my stop loss at break even again, and then add a contract if it breaks here, maybe 2 contracts. And yeah, once we break through here, I'm pretty sure we're coming down to here. Yeah, for the most part, that's probably what's going to happen. Obviously, we need to be pretty bearish for this case scenario. So that's why I'm saying it's less likely. Obviously, considering this market open, if this market open wanted to be as bearish as I expected for this setup, then we probably would have broken here within the first, 10 to 20 minutes. It does look like we are going to be just chopping, if not, slowly making a move. I'm not expecting, market to, I mean, we can break through here. We're making higher lows. These lows aren't the greatest, though. Yeah, we did come up and we did see these sellers exhaust the buying. Came back down. We had a huge amount of volume on this market open, which is always expected. And all those, limit sell orders were tapped into, and they pushed the price back down. I hate seeing wicks like this. This candle in specific is terrible to see when you're trying to trade a breakout, because it's usually an indication that above this level, above this key resistance, is a lot of selling activity, aggressive sellers. Yeah. So right now I'm just gonna wait, be patient. I'll tell you my setup for the upside right now. So for the upside, it's actually quite ambitious. I don't think, if we break through here, again, I still would like to see this wick get closed above. So obviously not going to have much of an opportunity after that, because there's resistance here. 1, 2, 3 times we have tested that resistance. 4 times. This level is keen to selling. So I would like to see this resistance right here get broken, and then I could enter, put my stop loss here. I don't know if I like that setup though. It's just a bit too, how do I say it? It's just too small. It's like, it almost feels like I'm scalping, you know what I mean? I don't like scalping, because obviously I'm not the best scalper. Like, I'm not good at scalping. I'm just okay at scalping. The main move that I'm looking for is for market to come up to here, accept this giant POC, and then after we accept that POC, I want to see some kind of resistance towards the top end of this volume to get broken. It could be any of these, like this resistance. Just, I'll mark it out when it comes to. I honestly don't think this is going to happen, so I'm not even going to bother. But if we do break here and then break that resistance, I'm looking at, taking a trade, entering, and putting my stop loss just below here. Maybe even, no, definitely not at the POC, but just below it. Maybe even, below, like somewhere right here. It depends on the price action. And yeah, I'll just put my take profit towards the top end of here. Maybe even for all-time highs. Again, all I'm looking for is just a volume inefficiency. So I just need to see a volume gap in the market. Let me check on gold real quick. Gold has been on my eyes, so it's obviously going to do a lot better than every other asset. it's just slowly making moves. Like I don't like trading assets like this. Um, like I'm a breakout trader, and I like trading pullbacks into um, rebounds. Yes, it's also not doing the greatest. The Russell, and Russell's not doing great either. So I mean, it looks like the most of the market is selling off, and we're probably just seeing rotation as of now into gold, commodities, maybe even just metals. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what the fuck this is. God damn. Must have been like the tariffs getting paused for copper. The reason why that's bearish, because that means it would be, you know, easier to transport and buy copper. So the supply is going to increase, demand is going to decrease. Yeah, I mean, I was just getting a feeling that we were going to be bearish today. I mean, not like that, but, you know, I had a feeling that we were going to come down here, at least test this level, and hopefully we can break it. Because if not, then I'm just looking at chop for the day. Like, there's nothing else that I'm looking for besides this bearish trade right now, then. So, we break this level. I mean, I actually don't take shorts very often. Like, once in a blue moon, I'll take a short, um, which is kind of my weakness as a trader. I'm not the best at taking short positions. I don't have a lot of experience with it. I'm more of a trend on the higher time frame kind of trader. So, you know, but, you know, the market in September is going to be choppy, so I need to adapt. September is one of the worst months. It is the worst month, actually, for the market, so, you know, need to adapt. Also, I don't really have a choice, because if I don't take a trade today, I'm going to have to take a trade tomorrow, and I'm probably going to have to full port. So if I have a mediocre setup, I have to take it today. If we're going to be bullish today, we're going to have to come up and test here and break this. And if we come up here, reject it, then we're probably going to be breaking here. I mean, this is such aggressive area for selling that, or not selling, for buying, that you could probably just enter here and put your take profit like just a little bit higher, and, you know, you'll be perfectly fine. I would expect here to get tapped, and then the move be taken. farting all morning. I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant, and I haven't drank. I mean, I always drink lactose milk, so I don't really understand why my stomach reacts to lactose milk. Like, it's just, it makes no sense. But I put music on and just sit here and fucking wait. Dude, honestly, this guy that I met actually put me on. Like, the method is not what I was doing. I was like, since my last video, in my last video, basically what I did was um I was taking such small positions on this account because I was expecting to get, a good trade every day of the month, which is not the case. I honestly did not get a good setup for a while. I should have been taking shorts, and then when I pass the account, I only take longs. But also, My Funded Futures doesn't have an activation fee, so you can just buy it. Oh no, I feel that this fart is gonna be dangerous. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. Little bit of a tip. Like, when New York opens and it's no news, it has to be no news, right? You see that, there's a volume, there's excessive volume above the market open and below the market open. Okay, so I just need to see a closure. I need this 1 minute to be closing below here. I don't want to see aggressive buying here. I need the sellers to win this battle, and then I'll put my stop loss right above here. I'll enter one contract here. Stop loss, break even. And then continuously add on as we get lower. I think this is a good point to sell. However, I think I want to enter on this. I do want to see how market reacts to here. I want to see how a 15-second candle reacts. If this closes here, I mean, this is really close to here, so honestly, it's like only 10 points. Like, that's dangerous.
Order filled.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm on MNQ. Put the stop loss right above here. I think I do want to be break even. Honestly, no. Yeah, break even.
Order filled.
Okay. Alright. Well, I don't know if that was the right play. Probably should have given it some wiggle room. Yeah, honestly, I need to wait for here to get broken. What is going on? It's happened twice today. I think I'm on my boy's PC back in... Actually, not gonna leak that. I was trading on his PC, so that's probably why. Looks like we're probably gonna tap into here, get some aggressive buying, and we'll have to see the volume average for the sell-off. We'll have to see if this candle closes above. If not, then the aggressive buying has already been nullified. But it looks like this aggressive buying is probably going to take us to... Maybe I would assume like here for reaction. It's not good enough. I mean, we're chopping way too much. There's really not much that I can do. Like, the main move for the day is going to be so delayed. If not, just going to be super slow. I'm still bearish, like my idea's playing out, just I can't enter. I can't enter until we break through here, put my take profit here. Honestly, my main target for the day is just here. Although I do think that's a little bit of a stretch because we need to see a clear break of here, and then I can enter maybe another contract and then put my take profit just here probably. Yeah. Even though we're probably coming down to here if we come down at all. God damn it, 74 cents. That's a steep ass loss. So unfortunate, dude. we're just chopping. Like I said, when we open within the middle of two entities protecting their positions, we will see a chop more often than not. So, I mean, chop is just untradeable unless that's your like strategy, trading chop. Which then, you go and do that. That's all you. You got that. Maybe I'll stop. Because these kinds of trades, like, it's better. Honestly, I think it's better to put just a rectangle. It's honestly probably more effective. And then for these kinds of volumes where, one price point is sticking out to you just like a sore thumb, you could just put a line there and that would just work. As long as we don't make a higher high here, we're probably still bearish. Looks like that's what the market's aiming for, a lower high here. Maybe not. So we made a higher high, but we are coming into this resistance, so. But this is kind of short-lived. Like, this is just because we're coming into these aggressive buyers, which doesn't make sense because these aggressive buyers should have pushed us to higher highs there, whereas we had to come into here. It just doesn't make sense. So it's more likely that this resistance will play out to the downside. If we were bullish today, we would have most certainly came up, at least touched the resistance here. This just seems like a delayed move. It just doesn't make sense too much. It seems short-lived. Even if we do break above it, I don't think we have the momentum to hold it. But, we're in a bullish market, and, every single dip is being bought, so I wouldn't necessarily fully eliminate the possibility of a breakout here. It's just less likely. Like, even if we do break here with a candle, I'm thinking that come down at least to the volume average from here, maybe even test here. This just looks like a chop. Like, it just looks like we're just going to range within here for a little bit longer. testing this level right here. Oh, I'm fucking hungry, bro. Like I said, definitely just choppy today. See, I'll drop a bit of advice here. Like, most of the time when, um, like a lot of people like to say that no news days are the least volatile. Market's just gonna be choppy. You know, there's not really much gonna happen. That is true. There is going to be a lot less volume, but having less volume doesn't mean that the market cannot move or make a significant move for the day. Take Monday, for example, right? This is like one of the best setups that I've had in a while, right? Market opening within resistance. Obviously, this was the volume average here, and we had selling occur here, um, and selling occurring here as well. So we can obviously tell that this top end of this range is going to have a lot of sellers. So I knew that and waited for candle closure above that level market opened, I was in the trade within like the first 3 minutes. Market opens, where is it? Opens here. We saw a huge push up. Obviously, sellers absorbed all of that. Then we saw a push down. I was like, all right, maybe we aren't going to make the move. And I stayed patient. Waited for the volume average for this wick right here to get closed above on the 15-second. And then entered. And the reason why I have my take profit all the way up here. The reason why is because we have a volume gap above intense selling. When you have a huge amount of selling and those sellers get exhausted, that's usually an indication that there's a lot of... Oh, hold on. I want to see this get broken. And I want to see a 15-second. Okay. So it's not great. However, yeah, honestly, we do need to see a closure below here on the 15-second. Like pretty heavy close, and then I think I can enter one contract here to short, because like I said, we have somewhat of a gap in volume, not a crazy amount, but just a bit. We did close below, so I think taking a short here would be okay. Honestly, I don't really like doing this. Like, I don't really enjoy taking these kinds of setups. Could put my take profit down here. But honestly, this is good because that just means that tomorrow is going to be a good setup for a retrace. However, the trend has shifted. We did close below this volume average here. Probably going to see a retrace here. I just want to see this get broken, and then I can enter, put my take profit here. I should already be in this trade, to be fair. I could have entered up here. Had a 100-point trade. Taking shorts is just, it comes and goes so quick. Usually the move is made within like, a couple of minutes. And then we always see a retrace, which is why they're pretty risky when we're in a bullish market. Because if you don't exit at the exact right time, you're going to get screwed. Because it's the market is definitely not going back to that low. Unless there's a good reason for it doing so. Not expecting aggressive buying. Do like too much here. Just want to see this closure. I think we're good to enter. I think we can, so I'm just so hesitant, like, I don't know what it is. I just hate taking short positions because I know that there's a chance it's going to get bought. Okay. Honestly, I just want to see if this 1 minute candle provides us any confirmation. I mean, that is good. That is pretty good. But now I'm a little bit glad I didn't enter. But obviously this is the level in which we need to test. So that's obviously bearish, so I'm expecting a continuation here to the downside. I'm just scared, dude. I'm scared. Scared to take a short. I hate taking shorts in a market like this because it's so unreliable until we make a lower low. Oh, I think I just pooped my pants. I need to check with a... Nope, we're good. We are all good. Just have to make sure that we don't close above here. this is a good time to enter. Bottom of the range for here. Dude, it's just so freaking annoying. Like, why couldn't today just be bullish? It's so unfortunate. We still have Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to take a trade today. I think we're pretty much already too deep. If we were going to enter, we probably should have already. Yeah. I mean, I was right. I thought we were going to be bearish. Like, the setup was pretty good. You know, I got to improve on that. Yeah. See you guys in the next video.